Let's talk about politics of economics. The biggest challenge for the Modi government in this field is the GST compensation to states. As many as 6 state governments have written to the center demanding a better and immediate GST compensation. And here is a government which is offering lame excuses and which is raising the bogey of act of God. Now, this is baffling. How can an economic issue be an act of God? Especially when the GST was rolled in with much fanfare 3 years back, it was done with a solemn promise from the center to the states that in case of a shortfall in revenue collection by states, the center will pitch in. Let me explain. I am Rajeev Sharma. Now, friends, we are talking about the politics of economics. As I said, that 6 states have written to the center. One of these states is an important and a big state, Tamil Nadu, which happens to be a BJP ally. Now, states are asking the center to reconsider its two-pronged solution, which it has offered to the states, which ultimately boils down to only one thing, that the states should borrow. Why the state should borrow? It should be the center's call. Center should borrow. If states borrow, how would they pay the interest, which will be substantial? States are already clamoring for lack of revenue because of coronavirus pandemic. Now, when the GST was kicked in, one nation, one tax, it subsumed 17 taxes and 13 cesses, or in a loose term, 30 taxes overall. If you can include a cess is also, after all, a sort of a levy, which is a sort of a tax. Now, the question is, when the then Finance Minister Arun Jaitley negotiating with the states on behalf of the center, he agreed to a 5-year compensation for revenue shortfall. This was legislated. Special cesses were levied to create a compensation fund. Now, why the government is not talking about that compensation fund? Why can't it tap that fund? Now, center says the cumulative shortfall in GST because of all reasons, including coronavirus pandemic, will be to the tune of rupees 2,35,000 crore, which is a huge thing. 2.35 lakh crore is a huge figure. Now, how can the states be asked to bear the brunt by borrowing? The easy solution, the simple solution is that the center should borrow and then distribute the GST as per the norms among the states. Now, GST Council will be meeting again. The last meeting was stormy one. Normally, GST Council meetings are conducted with unanimity. This time, fireworks were there, sparks flew. Many states, Punjab, Rajasthan, they were quite vociferous. Maharashtra. Now, friends, the last point, and I come to the end of this video tutorial. The last point is that GST Council may be the supreme body in deciding on GST issues. All states, their finance ministers are representatives. But it is not, you see, it is not an equal body. The center has all the veto power, states do not have. So it is in keeping with the original promises, grand promises done by the center, by this very government. It is incumbent upon the center that it should borrow the funds from wherever they want to and compensate the states. Thank you very much, friends, for watching. Do subscribe to my channel, Rajeev Kishkindha.